All the businesses you could think of, and it failed because of myself and the wrong people, the wrong environments. I never fit in growing up as a kid, but finally I found it through ACN. I prayed to God for something in December 2011. 4 weeks later, I meet Senior Vice President, Circle of Champions, Michael Owen at a Starbucks. 70 days later, team coordinator, 6 months RD, 2-year RVP, 3rd-year platinum. 4th year, I got to hit Circle of Champions. Just a couple years ago, I was driving around in a car with no air conditioning, sleeping on my mom's couch, and in 2017, I get to represent you guys at Circle of Champions, so you guys could agree God answered my prayers. And I'm just here to let you know that every one of you guys have a dream in your heart, and sometimes a dream's going to show up in a way you don't expect it. It's going to get ugly, it's going to get difficult, it's not going to look pretty all the time, but once you get here and you're right, it's going to be worth it, because I know where I'm from, I know who I am, and if I can do it, every single one of you guys can become Circle of Champions. That's the plan. Thank you guys.
To stand up here. You know, we are absolutely average people. I got started in this business because he introduced it to me, and I at the time was a single mom. I was a full-time law student, and I thought I was doing exactly what I had to do to be successful. I didn't have it easy growing up. I got married very young for the first time. I got married at 18. I had my first child. I had a scholarship. I had a basketball scholarship, and I gave it up in order to be a mom and to be a wife. And I went to school instead part-time at community college, and everybody said, you just need to get a job because it's over. And there's no way you can spend all that time away from your daughter and actually become an attorney. And in that process, I ended up having another child. I had a son. And throughout that time, I doubled up. I went to full-time college, I went to full-time in a community college, and I graduated from the University of Michigan. And I transferred to law school, and in that time, life happened, I got divorced. And I thought that things were changing, but I kept working, I kept trying to be successful, I kept trying to provide for my kids the life that I'd never had. And just like Mr. Sonny Kim said, I prayed for an opportunity. And what I found is I met my husband, and he showed me this business, and he showed it to me, and he showed it to me, and he showed it to me until I said yes. And 8 months later, I hit a position to where I was making more than and I'm talking about ACN, I'm not talking about marriage. I hit a position where I was making more than my professors, and I was able to buy back my life with my kids. I know my kids, I know my husband, I know these founders. They've created a company for us. I used to think it was a company that was designed for us that we could win in. Now I realize that they're keeping a company so that each and every one of us can win each and every day. Thank you guys so much.
Hello, ACN! My name is Brian Sachs. I actually got started 20 years ago. It was my 20th anniversary in January. My background's engineering. I spent $140,000 US getting an engineering degree from Princeton University, and I spent 9 months in engineering, and I was looking for something different, something special, and I am so happy and grateful that I found ACN. The beginning was a struggle like you wouldn't even imagine. I spent 2 periods, about 9 months, sleeping on a friend's floor, just trying to make ACN happen, trying to make it work. I had a breakthrough. I became a regional vice president in 3.5 years, a senior vice president in January 2003. So I've been a senior vice president for about 14 years. I got married, I moved to Australia only for ACN. Back in 2005, spent 8 years there. And one of the greatest experiences for me has been having the ability to open up other countries. Australia, New Zealand, Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, South Korea, Mexico. This business is so fun, but bigger picture, this business has been my career. This is, without a doubt, the best career that I could have chosen. The most rewarding, the most challenging, It has been so wonderful for me and for my family, and I will always be grateful to the owners and to all of you for bringing ACN into my life. So thank you very much.
When I was growing up around the dinner table, my dad used to ask, or used to say, "Hey kids, guess what we're going to give you when you graduate from high school?" We're like, "What are you going to give us?" And he'd say, "Absolutely nothing." Because you're supposed to graduate from high school, you're an idiot if you don't. And you're supposed to go to college, and you're supposed to be somebody. And maybe we'll come to your college graduation, or maybe your graduate degree graduation. So I'm sitting there thinking, what am I going to do to be significant? My sister's a doctor, my other sister's a master's of education, my dad was a colonel, my grandpa was a general. I was a failed baseball player that wasn't going to be in the major leagues. And I just wanted to do something with my life. And when I went to the convention, I had such little resources. If I was the SVP at the regional, I would have been like, this kid that you're signing up is young, has no job, has no money, has no car, has no computer, and lives all by himself as the only representative in the state, and you're going to sign him up and take his $500? And someone might have thought that about me, but you can overcome any obstacle in ACN. I used to drive all the way from Salt Lake to Los Angeles to Saturday training, and then turn around and drive back 10 hours. Then when my parents got involved, they did it 15 hours each way and drive back. There really is no obstacle that you can't overcome in this business, and it is a vehicle that if you want to achieve your dreams and goals and significance in life, I thought to myself, I'm going to be an SVP. That's what I'm going to do. And the dream life that I used to imagine, ACN has made for me 10 times better than I used to even dream of. And that's what's really amazing about this. So I'm excited for all of your journeys. Thank you, guys.
Good morning. My name is Leanne Gabriel. This is my awesome husband, Michael. And this is our 21st year in ACN. We came to ACN and we were one of those pairs of people that, you know, had a great life from the outside. So I was practicing law full time, and Michael was an international consultant with KPMG. So we were making fantastic money and had absolutely no life whatsoever. So I looked around and I started noticing that all the people that I work with that were my fellow attorneys were miserable, had ulcers, were angry, bitter, and hated every day of their life. And then I looked at his mentors, and they were all traveling so much that they were on their third wives. And I started to think maybe we didn't have a really good plan. So I signed up for ACN originally just because I wanted to pay off Sallie Mae and get out of debt. And then I came here, and what I saw blew me away. I didn't know people could live like this. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw the founders and their families, and I thought, wow, there's people who can make money, have love in their life, have a family, really have balance, and it was astonishing. I want to tell you two things, though, that hopefully will help some of you. I was very slow. As a matter of fact, I was listening to MD Rahman over the weekend, and I thought, wow, he made SVP faster than I made RVP. I couldn't even spell RVP as fast as that guy moved. So if you're one of the people who's been out there for a long time and things go slow, don't worry about it. Your time will come. Your journey is what your journey is. But I do want to take a minute and talk to any women. Are there any women out there today? Well, my husband Michael is a brilliant entrepreneur, and he owns his own business. So I do ACN. And I just want to stand here, woman to woman, and tell you there is absolutely nothing that will stop you by yourself from building a business, becoming an SVP and a COC member. You can do it as a woman. You can do it as a mom. And I will share with you, having your children in this environment is the best. Yesterday, a speaker asked, who wants to be successful? My son, right there, his arm shot up in the air. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great day.
Bonjour, bonjour. From Tennessee. I'm just kidding. I'm from Quebec, Montreal. Est-ce qu'on a des gens du Québec ici dans la salle? Guys, I'm honored to be part of the Circle of Champion member, and I'm just glad that, you know, for all the new people in the room, that you're seeing different stories, because 12 years ago when I was here for my first event, I didn't believe in myself. And the hardest thing that I had to accomplish in ACN is not to go SVP, but it's to believe in myself that I can accomplish SVP. Because I was very shocked 12 years ago. I was a full-time student. Somebody asked me in school if I wanted to make $1,000 a week. And would you be skeptical if you're 22 years old and a friend of you that is broke still owe you $100, ask you if you want to make $1,000 per week? Would you be skeptical? And my reaction was like, what is it about, like, what do you do for $1,000 a week? And he was like, well, just come. I was like, is it legal? And he looked back at me and says, even if it's illegal, do you care? I said, okay, I'll come to the meeting. But I'll be honest, but I worked so hard because I wanted to retire my mom. It took me 3 years to do that. I became regional vice president at ACN. My mom is just there, je t'aime, mama. And my mom was my defining moment. And my 4th year, I became senior vice president, almost 5 years, and I retired my mother-in-law, so we cannot say, oh, because I understand sometimes, you know, it's a joke. We cannot. But the reason I did that, because my mother-in-law came from Mexico to North America to have a better life, and ACN give her a better life. She's not been working for 7-8 years now. So all I want to say is this, guys, is if a French guy from Montreal that knew only 2 words 12 years ago, which was peanut butter and toast, is here in front of you guys talking in English and becoming a Circle of Champions member, everybody can do it. So guys, see you at the top.
Hello everyone. By the way, it's right now it's Jeff Weber. He should be here, but he lost the voice. But I tell to Mr. Robert Stefanovsky, it doesn't mean I have double time. I'm from Russia, but I will have only 2 minutes right now. Guys, 2008 we started the business because of my wife. She forced me to do ACN. She was so desired, you know, to have our family together. We lost everything, and now I understand success of men depend on desire of women. Important rule in ACN. It's not just knowledge. I'm a vice president Platinum COC. If you ask me difference between upload, download, I don't care. Megabyte, kilobyte, megabyte, kilobyte, it's the same byte, right? It doesn't mean anything. What is important in our business, you should be happy. Keep your business simple. Do not complicate. Be yourself. Keep yourself in a good mood. And people coming sometime to ACN not for money. I signed up a few months ago, one gentleman, I asked him, you don't need money? He said, because it's environment. I love this environment. A few weeks ago, he told me he was diagnosed with Parkinson. Yeah, we came to his house and we prefer, you know, to be, you know, just dangerous situation. And he happy. I say, why you happy? He tell, it's just Parkinson. It's not Alzheimer. I say, what's the difference? And get Parkinson's much better, you know. Better to spill shot of vodka on yourself than totally forget where you put whole bottle.
Oh, God.
My name is Shane Douglas. This is my beautiful wife, Dana, 26 years. You know, 15 years ago, I got a call from a man named Larry Raskin. And I didn't know at the time, but that call changed our life. He did the best thing he could do for me. He introduced me to the co-founders 3 years later. And we got an opportunity to see ACN through the co-founders' eyes. And I'll be honest with you, it wouldn't have mattered what ACN offered. Even though I always felt like I was a service guy, their character, their integrity, their honesty, it just won us over. And so when I came back from that trip to North Carolina, we made a decision to join ACN. And that was the best decision that we've ever made in our lives. You know, we're from a very small town in Idaho. Most people don't give our town much credit. We're not even on most maps. But it was such a great feeling to know that we were with a company that would be here for the long term. You will receive many promises in your life from other networking companies. Those promises won't come true, I promise you. But as all of these leaders here, which we get to share the stage with, that we're honored and humbled to be around, they'll tell you ACN is the best company that you'll ever find. Thank you very much.
registered nurse, but now thanks to ACN, I get to be a full-time stay-at-home mom and wife, and I have the privilege of homeschooling our 3 small children. I've had many roles here in our ACN journey so far, but I absolutely love my current role, which is to support and respect Cody in a way that would enable him to be the best COC SVP member that he can be. And it hasn't always been easy, but once I realized just how vital my role really was in his ACN journey and success in this company, it's really when we became the best team. So if I can encourage anyone out here today who may be in my position, I would encourage you to really support and respect the person who's out building the business, and to continue to come to the trainings, because you want to have the same goals and visions for your family. And me being with Cody every step of the way is really what enables me to be able to support him at the highest level. So without any further ado, Mr. Cody Mackey, my amazing husband.
What an awesome role. So my name is Cody Mackey. I've been involved in ACN for 11 years. I've been a senior vice president for the last 2.5 years. And all the work and all the obstacles we've had to overcome to become senior vice president are worth it. You know, my first international training event in Detroit, Michigan, 11 years ago, I slept on the floor with 14 other people. I had to sell every piece of electronics in my home just to attend the event. My second international convention, I had to take a $1,000 personal loan from a good friend after I went to every single bank in my local town trying to get money to come to the event. So if you're brand new, all that I can tell you is sell out to the events, don't quit, and we'll see you in San Jose. God bless.
It's such an honor to be a COC member. It's such an honor to be around these individuals, because I grew up in this environment, been in the industry now 12 years, starting at age 20, and it's the longest thing I've ever done in my life. And although the money's good, the freedom's good, the people I could help, I love, but the best part about ACN is the personal development, the growth you get in this environment. If you just come every convention, regardless of big success or little success, there's no way you can't grow and become a better person if you're just around these environments on the greatest leadership I have ever seen in any industry on the planet, who is led by our 4 co-founders, Mr. Larry Askin and Mr. Mike Kane. So I'm grateful. You're going to make the best friends, the greatest family, and let's take ACN to $10+ billion. Thank you very much.
Dan Volnino. I'm from Rochester, New York, originally, now Orlando, Florida. You know, back in my grammar school days, I did what my parents asked me to do and went to a grammar school, got good grades. Went to an all-boy Catholic high school, got good grades like my guidance counselors asked me to do. I went to University of Rochester to study optical engineering. Did what my professors told me to do. Got hired by Kodak at age 21. Did what my foremen told me to do. Promised a 40-year career. 2 years later, laid off by that company. I felt disillusioned and angry because I only did it purposely, but I felt all my mentors had misled me. And I remember I decided not to go back to corporate America because I learned that unemployment benefits didn't pay my bills. I learned job security was a myth. I learned Sally Mae was a real tough chick to deal with. It took me 10 years to break up with her. Some of you are still dating her, aren't you? And I remember that I decided to start my own company, a clothing company and a modeling agency, but I made a second mistake. I didn't want to run those operations. And 6 years into those businesses, I had a horrible car accident that left me on the welfare system. And I had to go to the grocery store with food stamps, not those cute little swipey cards, that coupon book, where everyone knew. I had to go on Medicaid. I had my gas and electric paid for by the HEAT program. I had to move into an inner city rent-controlled third-floor apartment. I'm not a fool. I thank the Lord social services was there for me, but I now want to spend the rest of my life on public assistance. That's when I was put, the Lord blessed me with ACN, and I saw this business. I went to Detroit. I met the owners. They didn't ask for resumes, credit checks, or references. they just said, Dan, we got your back, let's make it happen. And I want to thank my son Nicholas and daughter-in-law Samantha for all they do behind the scenes, my wonderful wife Jamie, who's up in section 116 with the team, for being in the trenches, launching, helping people do the business. Thank you, God bless.
How's everyone doing? My name is Mark Isaac, and I'm from Texas. And one of the things I can share with you is when I got involved with ACN 6 years ago, I saw the opportunity.